What's up YouTube, it's Vampex and today I'm gonna teach you how to play Aurelion Sol. So first of all, let's look at the abilities and the skills. So his passive, casting damaging abilities against enemies, grants stacks of Stardust, which empowers Aurelion Sol abilities. So basically, when you cast any ability against an enemy champion, you will gain a stack of Stardust, as you can see here. This stack empowers his abilities. See? With the exception, of course, of the second ability, which does not give you any stacks because it's a movement ability. See, any ability gives me an additional Stardust against an enemy champion. So, using first or third ability or fourth ability against any enemy champion will give me a stack of Stardust. Okay, so let's see, what does it do? First of all, the first ability, it's basically a laser beam, as you can see. So it's a Starfire that channels for about 3.25 seconds, dealing 140 magic damage plus extra ability power, 60% ability power per second to the first enemy hit, and 50% of that damage to nearby enemies. For every 1 second that the breath hits the same target, Aurelion Sol deals burst of magic damage equals to 117 plus 35% ability power plus 1% of the target max health. Meaning, do you see this circle that channels around the enemy champion? When this circle channels fully, the damage is increased, as you can see. Let's look again. Here. When it channels 125, 128, 129, 131, 132, 134, 135, 137, it keeps increasing, 140, 141, 143. It keeps stacking on. It keeps stacking. The more this circle is channeled through the enemy, the more damage is done. This is specifically helpful against bursting enemy tanks. Okay? So, and it works against tanky champions, so it takes like targets, the magic damage equal 117 plus 1.9% of the target's max health. If the target is a champion, Aurelion Sol also gains 1 stack of Stardust, as we talked earlier. See? 64, 65, 66. Okay. Let's continue. The damage dealt based on the target max health is capped at 100 against monsters, which means that the damage is not as strong on minions and monsters. Okay, Aurelion Sol can move slowly while casting this ability at max. Okay, meaning, you see, I'm moving normally. My speed is normal, but when I cast this ability, my movement speed is slowed, so I can't move freely. If Aurelion Sol is interrupted within 0.25 seconds of casting this ability, it will go into 1 second cooldown. For example, if someone stuns me or knocks me up, or like any CC, it will cancel my my ability, and it will go into cooldown. So right now you see the ability is channeling without any interruption if I didn't get any CC like stun or knock up or anything. But that's not the case when I'm level 1 or level 2 or level 3. Look, at level 1 it channels for about 2 or 3 seconds and then it goes into cooldown again, and then it goes into cooldown. Okay, let's level it up. Even at level 3, it still channels. It doesn't go infinite. But once you reach the max level of this ability, it is infinite. The only way to stop it is by killing you or interrupting you with CC, or when your mana is done. That's the only way. Otherwise it will keep channeling forever. Okay, now let's talk about the second ability. The second ability is so simple. It flies in a direction while flying. Breath of Light, which is the first ability, has no cooldown or max channel duration and deals 20% more damage. Meaning, I get knocked up, okay? And my first ability gets cancelled, or for any reason, I stop it. Once it's in cooldown, this second ability while flying, its cooldown will be reduced to 0 and I can recast it again. So it can be good re-engaging ability, or when you escape and the channeling is done. Let's do it again. For example, I used it, I want to escape, I go like this. So while I'm flying, it has no cooldown. Let's do it again. Right now I'm flying, I'm cancel, fly, cancel, fly, cancel. It has no cooldown during flight. But when I cast it while walking, it has a cooldown. I cannot recast it again till the cooldown is done, as you can see. And while flying, the ability does extra damage. See, the damage is increased while flying by 20%. Okay, that's about it. And if the champion is killed within 3 seconds of taking damage from Aurelion Soul, the flight will be the flight will reset. For example, let's bring Garen here. Let's enable him. Okay. Let's enable the minions as well. Okay. Now we'll stop the Garen. Let's see. I use this ability on him. Now it's on cooldown, as you can all tell. I'll use my kill him. See, it's still on cooldown, 8-second cooldown. It got refunded directly. Once I killed him, it got refunded. So, which means I can kite this enemy, kill him, and then it will get refunded and I will run away. I will use it to disengage or re-engage flying towards the back enemy champion. Okay, that's about the second ability. That's it. Now the third ability. The third ability is probably the most important and OP ability alongside your ultimate. It summons a black hole dealing magic damage per second and dragging enemies towards the center of the black hole for 5 seconds. Meaning, you see, this is the center of the black hole. Okay, it will drag all the enemies towards the center, which is a good CC ability and it will prevent enemies from running away easily from it. For every second an enemy champion is trapped within the black hole range, Aurelion Soul gains 2 stacks of Stardust. That applies to the enemy champions. And when the enemies are killed within the black hole range, Aurelion Soul gains 5 stacks. So if they are killed within the black hole, you will get 5 stacks. Okay? And when the enemies are okay, and he gains also 5 stacks of stardust for every champion or epic monster killed, 5 stacks of stardust for every siege minion or large monster killed, and 1 stack for of stardust for every minion or small okay, meaning now if I kill any of these small minions, each small minion will give me one stack, and this cannon minion will give me 5 stacks. Okay, but since I did not kill them, if the duration of channeling is over and I could not kill them, okay, what will happen? I will not get any stack. Let me buy some items and show you. Okay. For example, right now I'm at 127. See? 134 stacks. I got around 7 stacks. 5 stacks from the big monster and 1 stack for each small monster. Okay? The cannon minions give you 5 each. So in here I will take 5 and 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here I need to take 14 stacks. See? It's 148. Okay, that's about it. And for each enemy champion killed within it, I will get also 5 stacks. That's about it. That's the main way you're gonna get your stardust stacks. Okay, remember, the more stardust stacks you have, the more empowered your abilities are. Now I will show you how. But first of all, let's talk about the ultimate ability. Okay, let's talk about the ultimate ability. Now, as you can see, this is my ultimate. Once it hit the enemy champion, it stuns them. Okay, they get stunned. It's mainly a stunning ability. Once it reaches around 65 stacks, each 65 stacks I gain, the ability gets empowered, meaning, look, a star will fall and it will do enormous shockwave, like for around quarter of the map. See, every 65 stack I gain, it becomes empowered. Of course, it has a cooldown, but I'm just stacking to show you how empowered I get it. And you can see here the number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I can go stack on minions as well. Look, I can go, like usually in game, you wanna stack on the cannon minions, on the big waves. Okay, you will go and wait and then engage enemies and get more stacks. Okay, the more stacks you have, the better. As you can see, first of all, what will happen, the more stacks I get, the more range my first ability will get. Okay, the more range my flight will cover. Okay, see the distance. Each 65 stacks I will get my empowered ultimate, as you can see, and the range is increased. The more stacks I get, the range will be increased of the initial hit. So let me show you, for example, let me reach 300 stacks. Usually each game you reach around 300 to 350 stacks. That's the optimal amount of stacks. Okay, so let me stack on the blue buff first of all. Let me get the blue buff, sorry, so I can show you. I want to increase my stacks to 350 to show you the range of my abilities, how it increases with time. The longer the game takes, the more OP you become, the more problem Aurelion Sol will be for enemy team. So usually it will be around this much stacks. So imagine now you're at the turret, okay? For example, you're defending this turret, okay? You want to defend it from a big wave. See, it covers almost the entire lane, and you can show minions with ease, okay? And you can take this wave. Then I want to go and cover and engage with my team to prevent them from stealing a Baron. You see, I put my ultimate, then my third ability. As you can see how much it covers. Like instantly you can execute the enemy with my abilities. Now I want to show you something. Do you see this line on the enemies? Okay, do you see this line, this gray line? Okay, this is an execution line. What does it mean? Let me bring Garen again. Enable bot. Let's bring Garen. Do you see this execution line? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ult him, for example, and then CC him. You see, he got executed. When he's standing within the range of this circle, he will get executed, but he needs to stand in the middle of it. For example, let's do it again. See? I will let him stand within it. He got executed. When he's pulled into the middle of it and his health reaches to the threshold of execution, he will be executed automatically by my third ability. So third ability is really good for execution. Okay, that's about the empowerment of his abilities. Okay, I think I explained his abilities really well. Now let's talk about the combos. Usually you want to engage with your third ability first, and then first ability, and just poke from far away like this. This is the first thing. If your team is full of tanks and you want to engage, you can engage like this. Okay, put your ultimate and then your third ability and suck them, and then continue and execute them, for example. Okay. Playing Aurelion Sol usually comes with practice. See? They will chase me, but they can't compete. As you can see, the more stacks I have of Stardust, the more distance I can cover easily. As you can see, almost half of the map. See? It will be impossible for them to run away. See? Then I can go gank here. Mind you that the flight is cancelled with any CC. The flight can be cancelled by CC. For example, you wanna run away from Set, he locks you down and he keeps shoving at you. Then he holds you with his third ability. Like, he can cancel your flight, so you need to be careful when to use it. And you need to keep always distance. Okay? So I think this is how I cover Aurelion Sol, and This is the full guide. Right now, let's talk about his builds. Usually, what you want to build for Aurelion Soul is this build. The Rileys, usually it's a first item and it's a must because it gives you some tankiness, 300 max health, 65 ability power, and armor penetration, and your empowered attacks, meaning your first ability and your third ability. Especially your first ability, it will slow the enemy, it will apply ice to them and slow them. So you see, it will apply chilling, so they can't chase you easily. You see, he's slowed, he can't chase me. Okay, this is the first ability and the first item. The second item is this Liandry. Liandry, your empowered attack deals damage equal to 6.6 to 3% of target max health as bonus magic damage per second for 3 seconds. So it's good against tanks. You see, it burns them. You see the burning? It's burning them. It burns tanks. So it's good against tanks and even against non-tanks. But usually it's the more tanky the champion, the better. Then you want to always go for Rabdon's Death Cap for the extra ability power. Okay, and then the fourth and fifth items are situational. Of course, don't forget the mana boots. The first item, mana boots, then Rileys. The mana boots, it gives you movement speed, ability power, and mana regeneration with some armor penetration. Now, fourth and fifth item are optional. Usually, if they have a set or someone with the shielding abilities, and they have shield, you will go for tridents. Okay, if they have a lot of tanks, you want to go with the Rift Maker. Okay, because Rift Maker it deals true damage. Okay, and if they have healing, you want to go for Aurelion. Okay, and if you want some defense, you want to take Crown, because it will shield you against you see this shield around me, it will shield me against any ability that's hitting me, and then it will disappear. So for example, Zed will ult me and I have this shield, his ult will have no effect on me, he can't kill me. Okay, I think that's about it. And about the runes, these are the runes you should go for most of the time: Arcane Comment, Gathering Storm, Coup de Grace, and Legend Bloodline with Bone Plating. So the Arcane Comet, it deals magic damage, okay, and it increases the more times it hits an enemy champion. This one gives you ability damage or attack damage based on your champion, so here it will increase my AP as long as the game is going on. And this one you can take it. Wait, let me show you. It deals damage the more the champion health is missing. For example, as you can see here, deals 8% bonus adaptive damage to enemy champion below 40% health. So when he's below 40% health, you deal 8% more damage. If they are full of tanks, you will go with Giant Slayer instead. Giant Slayer deals more damage based on the bonus health the enemy has, and this one allows you to have more Omnivamp. Okay, and Bone Plating is generally helpful when you wanna be a little bit more tanky. So this is the basic runes you wanna go always with Aurelion Soul. I hope you like this video. And about the spells, you wanna go always for Flash and Barrier. Sometimes you wanna go for Cleanse, but most of the time you'll go with Barrier. Maybe Exhaust might work as well if they have enemy champions that can chase you down while you're using your flight. So This is the full guide of Aurelion Soul. If you like this video, please put your comments down below, and you can ask me which champion you would like me to break down for you next in my next video. And if this video reaches 500 likes, my next video will be on Shyvana, explaining her in detail.